Welcome back. I want to tell you something today which might seem a little bit controversial to some people, and that's that the Illuminati, or what's called the Illuminati, is probably not what you think it is. It's not some evil cabal trying to take over the world or a secret society that wants to kill everybody. Because the truth is never that simple. Over the years, the idea of the Illuminati, this term, has become conflated to mean this massive interlocking group of these smaller political or financial or spiritual groups, all working together in sync to create a sort of secret agenda, to create that agenda and live it out in the world, whatever that might be. And along the years, groups like the Freemasons, which many people have heard of, have become associated with the Illuminati and thought of as evil or secretive or nefarious in some way. And the truth is that, yes, there are groups that are evil and have evil intentions and are trying to carry out certain things that are political or otherwise, and there are, on the other hand, these very secretive spiritual groups. But the two don't necessarily go hand in hand and cooperate. Groups like the Freemasons and others have been a part of a long line of spiritual groups that are part of this larger subset that have been known by many names, such as the Great White Brotherhood. And these groups have different offshoots, and they teach their message, which is esoteric and spiritual or religious in nature, in different locations and using different traditions and different symbols and different wording. And the groups that are a part of that lineage are in essence wisdom schools, teaching the same wisdom, the same truths, but using different means and in different regions of the world. So whether it's the Freemasons or the Golden Dawn or the Essenes in the ancient Middle East or the priests of Egypt, they all have these different means of teaching these truths, and they teach them across the world and have for centuries. And all of these groups, for whatever reason, have at some point been accused of doing something evil or nefarious in the past. And occasionally it's true, but oftentimes it's not. And from everything that I have personally seen and everything that I have studied, these wisdom schools have been, throughout time, the guardians of this sacred wisdom that has been passed down through the centuries through them, teaching the true inner meaning of religion along with other spiritual practices. And if you happen to watch my last video, I actually mentioned that many groups have associated the sun with God and made that the visible representation of the power of our Creator. And that's actually one way that you can spot these groups, is to look for the sun being associated with the group. The Essenes call themselves the Children of Light. The Golden Dawn has a very obvious reference to the sun, and so on. And these groups have been light workers throughout the centuries. And they carry on this sacred work that is veiled by their secret language, their secret symbols, and their rituals that they have. So for whatever reason, many of these groups don't wish to disseminate their knowledge as widely as possible and to have everyone have equal access to it, because many of them believe that the student's character should first be developed to a high level before they have access to this knowledge and this wisdom. And many of them also believe that this knowledge comes with a certain degree of responsibility and should be guarded. It's like Jesus said, don't cast pearls before swine, meaning that if you have these great truths and wisdom, it's not perhaps for everyone. They might not be ready for it and treat it as it is. So I would invite you to perhaps re-examine your beliefs about the Illuminati and who and what they are. I'm not saying, of course, that there aren't bad groups in the world and groups that seek to control us and control the world, but many of the spiritual groups or religious groups that have got caught up in that name are not necessarily part of that agenda. So I hope that was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one.